Okay, so came up here to the old Mary Lee coke ovens, and been up here more than several times, but never with this amount of kudzu. So, but right here, these are the remains of the Mary Lee Railroad, and just ahead is 5 Mile Creek with the concrete trestle piers, bridge piers, that went across, went all the way up to Lee-Lewisburg number 2 and beyond, and it connected up with L&N's Birmingham Mineral Railroad King Creek branch, and they had trackage rights, and the Mary Lee Railroad extended off of the Banner Mines branch to the Flat Top Mine, around the Flat Top Mine, and they connected in with the Southern Railway and went all the way to the Bessie Mine, operated by Sloss Sheffield Steel and Iron, the Bessie and Flat Top. But these are the intact remains of the rail lines, and they were manufactured. You might be able to see Tennessee right there. They were manufactured at Inslee, the rail mill. So anyway, gonna have a look around here, and there should be an old piece of rail mining equipment, if you can even see it through the kudzu. And just up above all that kudzu on the next bank are the beautiful rows of intact coke ovens. So we're just gonna have a look around here. Okay, I had to get around some of that debris. Railroads. Next to the coke ovens up above, this is the most interesting piece that was connected with the railroads that's intact. It should have been in a museum, but it's been up here for decades. And this was, somebody told me how this operated and what its use was on the railroad. Just not sure. I think it could even be connected to the coke. I'm just not sure. But anyway, it's the coolest piece of rail equipment you can see right there. So, all right. And thankfully, this wasn't overtaken by the kudzu. So, Mr. Box, this is the first time for him to ever be up here. So, just wanted to take him up here so you see a piece of Birmingham's coal mining history. So he's pretty amped up. A lot of people don't know how to get here. It's pretty complicated. All this kudzu and overgrowth, it's far, far worse than I remember. So, but anyway, he's down there doing his thing. There's the rail lines. And right here are the remains of the Mary Lee coke ovens. If memory serves me right, they were opened in the late 1880s. Stayed in operation into the 20s, I believe. They were closed, but they were actually rehabilitated and reopened for a few years during World War II for the manufacture of coke. But these are probably some of the best intact coke ovens in the Birmingham district. And what I mean by that is most of the coke ovens, when you see, of course, the doors, the iron doors, when they closed, sealed them up, they're gone. But usually when you see most of the coke ovens, the front wall has been gone. People have scavenged it to see for the bricks. So these have remained remarkably intact. So usually best time to visit this place is in the wintertime, but irregardless. So I'll grab my light and take a look in there in just a minute. But these batteries, I can't remember the exact number, but they go in a oval all the way around. and it continue all the way around to the other side. And way on the other side is where the the original Mary Lee coal slope mine was. And then, like I said, back here, this is the rail line, and it goes all the way around to the other side. So, but anyway, we'll take a look inside in just a minute. Okay, so let's take a look inside here. All beehive coke ovens look the same, you know, but like I said, these are some of the best preserved anywhere around in the entire Birmingham district right here. You just wonder how much coke was made, man. You can see how the walls are curved right here. Right there. See, I'll jump in here. Good place to hide out, I'll tell you that much. And they got that blocked off right there. Usually, with all these old coal, you can look right up to the outside, because this is where the coal was dropped into from up top by a little dinky locomotive. And they had their own little coal cars. They would just tip them over, or had a chute on the bottom and just drop them. And the coal would just come right down through here. So when it was done, I think that, I haven't researched the coke ovens in a while, but I think it's maybe 24, 48 hours. They would open the doors back up and pull the fresh coke out. I would have hated that job, man. Just burning up. But anyway, very, very well preserved. Hope nothing happens to them, man. It's a great piece of Birmingham's history right here. All right. Okay, so I was just at the couple of coke ovens, went inside one right there. So as you come around the corner right here, you see this section right here is very, very well preserved right here. And you can see the original stonework. That's impressive. So they had the rail lines up there with the coal cars to dump in the coal into the top. Down into the coal would be deposited down into the ovens from up top. So there's a couple of pictures of these coke ovens when they were in use from that time period. But anyway, like I said, a remarkable piece of history. And Mr. Box, I think he's digging all this. He's never been up here. So he is going to town down there. Okay, so Mr. Box, I think he dropped it in one of the coke ovens there. So just down here at the end, just down here is the end of the battery of coke ovens. So, like I said, beautiful piece of history. Now it's interesting, this one, amazing, man, this still has the seal on it. When they would seal these things up, when the coke was when the coke was processing in the oven, you know, they sealed these up and then had to break the seal when they were going to take the coke out. So that is beyond rare to see one of those seals still in place. So Mr. Box, here he comes. Okay, so right here is the end of the battery of coke ovens, and it's kind of standard with these coke ovens. In the end, they always ended it with a nice wall right there. Might not be able to see too much of that sunlight glinting off the rocks, but that's the corner of the end of the battery of coke ovens, stone wall right there. So they had one long battery, like I said. I can't remember. I think it was 100 plus. I think it was 100 plus coke ovens up here. So, all right, we're gonna have a look around for a little while, but it never gets old to come up here and explore this history. So we're back at our initial starting point. There's the section of rail machinery. Mr. Box is coming. Coke oven's up there. So we're gonna make our way on back through the kudzu jungle to go and get on up out of here. But just thought we'd take a side trip on to check this out. Not really the best time to do this with the kudzu, but what the heck. It was, you know, it was difficult, but wasn't, you know, too terrible. We'll go ahead and get on up out of here, but just a great area to explore Birmingham's early coal mining history.